This will be fun. Okay, everyone, on the count of 3, I want you all to say, "Happy birthday, Frank." Okay?
Happy birthday, Frank!
Perfect! That was great. Thanks,
I can't wait
guys.
for Frank to respond and say, "Who the hell are all those people?" And then, of course, now, of course, you're having a lot of success with Being Human. And this is kind of an interesting thing, because I remember you and I were chatting back and forth about this, and you were very excited to be a part of this project, because you kept telling me how great these scripts were, and it was one of those things. And let's face it, a lot of times when shows like that, if it starts off like as a BBC series and then gets adapted as an American series, that hasn't always worked out.
No.
And so with you guys, it's been like this tremendous success. You've kind of broken away from that that stigma of, you know, it doesn't work. You guys have made it work, and it's working beautifully. I mean, it's got to be very gratifying to have that kind of success come out of it.
It's nice. I mean, I'm starting to hear more and more from British fans, and by that I don't mean fans of the British series, I mean fans who are British, which is weird, you know. Someone will come and say, "I love Being Human," and I go, "Me too, Aidan Turner's awesome. Why are you talking to me? What's going on?" And they're like, "No, yours." I'm like, "I don't understand. Aren't you mad at me? What's the deal?" You know, it's interesting. It's broken out of that somewhat. I think there's still more to go, frankly, because I know a lot of people, they sort of fixate on what they saw first, which is why I always tell the fans of the American version, like, watch the BBC version. It's really, really good. Really, seriously. So, you know, but yeah, the fact that I mean, the British fans, man, they were sharpening their claws when we were about to come out, and then when we aired, they left us alone, which was a real relief. Because I was telling everyone, I'm like, look, I was at Battlestar. I knew it. Like, Katie Sackhoff is a girl, and everyone was mad at her. You know, I mean, Starbucks, a girl, everyone was all angry at Battlestar Galactica. So I got my cast ready for a big, backlash, which never happened.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Who is the biggest jokester on that set? And I'm guessing you, but just to confirm or deny.
It's all of us. I mean, like, Huntington is a maniac. Megan Rath is insane. Kristen Hager is only slightly more sane than all of us. I mean, we're insane. All of us. It's so much fun to hang out with those actors, because they're not only tremendously talented, but they're really, really cool, funny people. I mean, we hang out on weekends, if that tells you anything. You know, you spend all week with someone, and then you're like, "Hey, I miss you, man. You want to hang out?"
See, I love hearing those types of stories too, because you hear about like these classic TV series where all the cast hated each other and never wanted to hang out, never wanted to do anything, didn't even want to be in the same room together. And you guys, like, I remember seeing you at DragonCon like a year or so ago, and you were just all buddy-buddy, hanging on each other and goofing off, and you could tell there was a general camaraderie there.
Yeah, well, it happened, I mean, immediately once we all sat down to audition. I mean, what was it? I think Huntington, the first time I ever sat down next to him to audition, there was like, I don't know, maybe I had a gray hair or something, you know? And, or from the light, maybe it was the stuff in my hair or something, but it looked like, you know, he's like I was going gray or something for a second. And he sits down and he's like, "You going gray?" In front of the producers. And I'm like, "Oh, thanks for doing that here, dick." And we literally had that conversation in front of the producers, and I'm like, "Who are you?" And then we started reading the scenes, and it had that same sense to it, and they were just laughing their asses off the whole time. So I kind of knew, I'm like, I think Huntington and me are maybe going to be cast in this. And then Megan Rath sat down with us after that. And so we both had this sort of energy of, "Who's this? Who's this chick? What the hell?" She was all like, "Hi guys," hi, you know, which is exactly what happens in the script. So, interestingly enough, the way that we all met each other and in what order reflected the script, and I think that's probably why they were like, "Yeah, these three, why not?"